There's one story that I love telling over and over and over and over and over again. And it wasn't How I Met Allison, but it's actually a coin story. It's a coin story. The coin story happens to be from 1879, one of the hidden secrets in the Morgan Dollar series. And yes, it's the Carson City. 1879, year number 2. All right? A couple of things to just walk through on this. So the first year of issue, we made 3 coins. Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Carson City. Philly and San Francisco were give or take 10 million. Carson City was 2.2, the winner by a landslide. Year 2, there are 4 coins. The 4th coin being New Orleans joins in. The Carson City drops to only 756,000 coins, making it the rarest coin of the first 2 years of issue, no questions asked. Now, when you get into looking at this 100 plus years later, the population, the mintage, and all the rest of the fun stuff that goes with it, there's a lot of stuff that just tells you one thing. This one is a buy. And at $399.95 versus that of our competition, that's way north, not like $1,000. We're talking about close to $1,500 today.
And there's that beautiful fabled Carson City mint mark at the bottom of the coin on the reverse above the D and the O in dollar. Now, Carson City was a very small building. It only produced 13 coins in the entire series. That's actually 3% of all Morgan dollars in the entire run, 1878 through, of course, they stopped in 1893, but the series went on to 1921. But they only produced 13 coins in the entire series. And 1879s are just very difficult to find, especially in this quality. The jump to uncirculated is drastic, and that is why our competition has their circulated coins priced all over the place. For example, let's look at 1889 to start with as an example. In circulated, you're going to probably spend about $1,600 for a circulated coin. And the jump to uncirculated on that one, it goes up to $30,000. The 79, this one right here, the jump to Unc, $5,000. $5,000 for this coin in uncirculated condition.
Well, again, part of that is all due to the fact that the GSA sale, which is in the early 1970s, and how many coins were in the GSA sale? There were 78s. There were only a couple 79s. Then there were 80, 81, 82, 3, 4, 5, and even some 90s and 91s. So guess what? The top 3 with the biggest jumps are the 3 that didn't have any presents. The 89's number 1, followed by the 79, followed by the 93. But the circulated coins, or the low mintage, is part of that story. This one, only 756,000. So it's significantly rarer than that of the 78. Yet our competition treats it differently, right? The 78s are $500, $600 coins. With us, not. They're 79s. Again, way north of $1,000 for the same coin. Ours, homogeneous beauties like you're seeing, obverse, reverse. It's just a beautiful tied-in coin. But we're talking about sleeper years. They made 13, and as you said, Allison, only 3%. Which means the other 97% are out there from the other mints. This one, special. That jump pricing matters a lot.
Only 756,000 made, the lowest mintage of the year, like Steve referenced just prior. New Orleans was almost 3 million, San Francisco over 9 million, and of course Philadelphia almost 15 million coins made that year. So it wins the mintage figure race for 1879. Again, they only made 3% of coins in the entire series, so it's not surprising that the mintage figure on this and every year for Carson City is so much lower than all the other mints that produced the Morgan dollar that year.
And again, there are some other coins that are beautiful coins. The 80, 81, 85 CC, some of the lowest mintage figures, had 25, 30% of their known strike found in the government's vaults. There's still way more money than this. Anybody explain that to me? These are vintage originals, and they are priced perfectly. Guys, we got to put a 1-minute clock up. We're down to only a handful left. Again, I wish these grew on trees. I wish you go in the backyard and say, okay, what's tonight? 79s look ripe. Let's pull a few more of those down. Doesn't happen that way. And again, a lot of the coins we see are ugly.
Yeah, I mean,
We kick out
hunt
about
for good
we
ones,
kick out
yeah.
about 80% of the coins we see. We got a couple people we work with very closely that travel the country, the shows that we're not at. And again, their comments are, I mean, I had a great weekend if you guys would buy everything. But we know you have a certain look and a certain feel. And that's because we know you would too. I mean, these are the treasure hunt coins. These are the ones that we pride ourselves on finally finding. And again, the number 2 in jump in the CC, which is the circulated to uncirculated price discrepancy, even solidifies it more. Competition's at 1,500. The jump is to over 5,000. Our price is under 400. And it's a better quality coin.
That's why it's a great opportunity to get one at an affordable price, just $399.95. Join us, folks. Moving quick. We do have to be moving on.